Welcome to First and 10 with HS Live. I'm sports editor Nicholas Huba. Again with me today is Mike McGarry. Our world tour continues. We'll tour the Cal, basically. Now we're at Holy Spirit High School for this week's game of the week.
Yeah, big game Friday night here. Holy Spirit, number 1 in our Elite 11, 3-1 versus a Cedar Creek team that's coming in 5-0. A Cedar Creek team that beat Woodrow Wilson last week 21-8. Woodrow Wilson known for putting points on the board. They didn't do it last week, and those are the only 8 points Cedar Creek has allowed all season.
We've talked about this a couple of weeks now. That Cedar Creek defense is incredibly impressive, and it's finally starting to get the headlines that their offense usually gets.
Yeah, what a lot of people don't really realize is back in 2019 when Cedar Creek won the South Jersey Group 2 title, a lot of guys on that defense were sophomores, C.J. Resto, Elijah Usher. Now they're seniors, and that defense is paying dividends this year, that experience.
For Holy Spirit, it's kind of been business as usual after the opening week, the week 0 loss to DeMatha, which they played really well in that game against a really good team that's nationally ranked. You know, this week begins basically a 2-game stretch for them. It's a big-time stretch.
Yeah, they've got St. Augustine coming up, and this Friday night at here when they play Cedar Creek, there'll be a lot of talent on the field, a lot of talent at the skill positions. Trevor Cohen, quarterback for Holy Spirit. Gavin Roman at running back, he's a playmaker. Elijah Stewart made a great catch that caught national attention last week against Pleasantville. Jameer Smith, another great wide receiver for Holy Spirit. And of course, Cedar Creek's going to counter with Landon Cini, their quarterback, having a great season. JoJo Bermudez, an outstanding season at wide receiver, and Jaquan Howard at running back, giving Cedar Creek that extra dimension, that guy who can run it up there between the tackles.
What is the key to this game? Is it the offensive line play? We always talk about that, or is it controlling some of these incredibly talented perimeter guys?
Yeah, I think the later is the key. I think the team that lets up the least amount of big plays. You know, these guys are so good at the skill positions, they're going to make some big plays. But just give up 1 or 2. Don't give up 3, 4, 5 of them. So that's going to be the key. The team that can limit the big plays of their opponents is going to come out ahead on time. And with
JoJo Bermudez, you know, he's known for taking them 70 yards at a clip. Like, he gets 1 inch and he's gone.
Yeah, he can score anytime he touches the football, no matter where it is on the football field. And he can do it on offense, and he can do it on defense, too. He played an outstanding defensive game last week in the secondary against Woodrow Wilson. So he's definitely a guy to watch.
And the other really kind of big game on Friday night, EHC and Ocean City. Ocean City just keeps rumbling along. Like, they seem to get better every week.
Yeah, Ocean City now number 3 in our Elite 11. They're 5-0. Their defense has played great all season. Riley Gunnels has done a great job at quarterback. Mike Gray, defensive end, tight end, really having a standout season. They'll be going to EHT, where EHT, you know, they're seeking their first winning season, I believe, since 2010, and they have some momentum. EHT has won 3 in a row. It's their longest winning streak in 6 years, and they host Ocean City for what should be a big game Friday night in EHT.
Another big one this weekend. Middle Township continues this roll and win games and stuff like that. They look to turn to 5-0 for the first time ever, I think.
For the first time since 1960, and that's part of that success down there in Lower Cape May County, South Cape May County, Lower Cape May also having a good season too. So we'll see if Middle Township can continue that success this week.
Anything else you're looking forward to this weekend?
I'm actually looking north here a little bit. Southern Regional, they're 3-0. Jaden Brown, outstanding running back for them. They host Manalapan. Manalapan is 2-1, a traditional shore conference power. Big game for Southern this Friday night as they host the Manalapan Braves.
And, you know, we're getting to the time where you got to start to get the abacuses and calculators out, like figuring all this stuff out, because we're going to turn around to be week 8. We'll be putting playoff matchups together.
Most teams have about 4 or 5 games, even 6. You know, for Ocean City and EHT, it'll be their 6th game of the season. You're right. You qualify based on your first 8 games. So as I always say, it gets late early in high school football.
Merchandise coming soon to thepressofatlanticcity.com. Mike, I guess I'll see you next week at an undisclosed location, I guess. Maybe we'll be back here. Maybe we'll be at the prep. We don't know where we'll be.
Where we'll show up.
You follow all the high school football action all weekend long at PressOfAC.com.